Alright everybody, so I know I made this video a couple of nights ago I think, but I feel like I still need to reiterate myself here in this video, about why college is a waste of time and money, and if somebody's pressuring you to go to college, you should never cave into that pressure, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you people about in this video, because you see, I don't blame college itself, but I personally blame the stupid, family pressure of pressuring kids into going college and shaming them when they don't go, when they choose to live the life on their own terms, as one of the reasons why one of my friends, Paul, took his own life, almost 5 years ago, because this year it's going to be 5 years since my friend here passed away. My friend, don't know if you guys could see him. That was one of my best friends that I knew since I was basically 5 years old, and this is a guy that we went through a lot of rough times together in our lives, and he was like a brother to me, okay? And people just don't understand how much damage my friend's death did to my mental health, and how it really changed my whole perception of life as a whole, and whatnot, because, now, when I was 5 years old, that's when me and my friend met, and since then we had a great relationship. We always had each other's bags, and when my friend took his own life in December of 2017, that was 2017, New Year's 2018, right around that corner, I really first of all felt betrayed and backstabbed that my friend did something like that, because I'll be honest, I didn't take my friend's passing too lightly, let's just put it that way into words. It had a really traumatic effect on my life, to the point where, I struggled emotionally, I suffered from depression, and I had plenty of days where I thought about, to keep it more appropriate, considering euthanasia, and that is wanting to be put down forever, for good, and just be gone from this planet, because I felt like life was cruel, and I don't know how I was gonna, live with this for the rest of my life. That I've considered euthanasia at one point, and people don't realize how much, how much trauma sometimes somebody goes through to even consider, wanting to be put down, like how you put your dog down when you're sick, yeah, that's what I feel like doing, is that wishing that, I would be, euthanized basically, and be gone from this world forever, because that's just how bad I took my friend's passing, okay? And I feel like that's the stupid family pressure of pressuring kids into going college, and then shaming them if they don't, is one of the reasons why my friend took his own life. Now, one of the things that helped me cope with my friend's death was when I was able to see his dad, because a lot of people don't know this, but me and my friend's dad, we had a great relationship all the time, and I feel like I can really relate to my friend's dad, and his dad was a great mentor, who somewhat, who helped me get through his passing a lot, because I feel like he was the only person that understand that what I was going through, because I wasn't expecting my family to understand the pain that I was going through. That's why, his dad kind of understood me more compared to like my family, if that makes sense, because my family thinks that this is something I can just get over and just move on, and that's not really the case, and that's the thing that I kind of want to address here in this video, because I feel like that my friends that has sucked me, mentally into just a life of negativity, because obviously I want to be positive all the time in life, but sometimes it's not easy when you're forced to go through trauma. And what a lot of people don't understand is nobody chooses to go through trauma in their life, okay? Trauma is not something that we can just choose, because if it was a choice, then obviously we would choose not to go through trauma, but that's just not the way how life unfortunately works. And, I'm also just the type of person that thought, my friend was going to survive, his suicide attempt, but unfortunately, that's never happened, unfortunately, instead of me crying tears of joy that he survived and came out of the hospital alive, I was forced to cry tears of misery and depression, because my friend sadly did not make it. He was in a vegetative state, and he was taken off of life support, and he left. He just left, and he never came back. Okay, let me calm down before I start crying here. But this is the worst trauma I've ever dealt with in my entire life. And what a lot of people don't understand is that stuff like this made me change the way how I think about college, and it's like, if you don't want to go to college, then don't go. You should never feel pressure to go to school, all because your family has these stupid ass expectations and all that bullshit and all that. It just makes you realize that this whole idea of college, itself, and the pressure is just a way to entrap you in debt. Okay, that's really what college is in reality, and it's like, I feel like a lot of people only go to college nowadays so that they can go and party and stuff. It's like, why not just go party at a night's club? Why even bother paying hundreds of thousands of dollars just to go out and party when you can party in a nightclub, because that's what I feel like college has really become, and I just believe that, after my friend's passing, I kind of just became disillusioned with the whole idea of, going to college, starting up a family, because for me right now, I don't feel like starting a family anytime soon, not only because I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to do that, but because, I just want to enjoy my life, because that's the only thing you can do in rough times, is just enjoy your life regardless of what people have to say about you, regardless of the expectations people have of you. And if you don't meet their stupid ass expectations, then they just throw you under the bus. Even in tough times like that, you still gotta just learn to basically enjoy your life, And what I've realized about college is that the whole point of it, to be exact, is to just go and trap you in debt, and then you hoping and praying that you can find a stable job to help you get rid of all that college debt. Okay, because obviously prior to his passing, I feel like that was the main factor as to why my friend took his own life. But I feel like that the stupid family pressure was one of the biggest factors that led to my friend taking his own life. And the thing is, guys, the reason why I'm making this type of video is because when it comes to stuff, because normally I don't care what people's opinions are of me, whether it's on the internet, if somebody has a negative opinion about me, even if it's like a couple of hundreds of people or even thousands, when they've never met me in real life, then me personally, I can't really care about that at all. But when it comes to a person that I knew for a long time that just one day decided to end their own life, like, yeah, that stuff does hurt. Okay, it's not like a thing that you can just easily get over, at least for me. Okay, and that's where I'm super sensitive. Okay, that's where I'm very sensitive in that aspect of life. I just feel like that the agony, the mental agony that this has caused me was just unbearable at times. So that's why I mentioned earlier in this video that I considered going to a somewhere where euthanasia is legal, and just paying all my life savings to be euthanized and just be put down and be gone forever from this earth. Okay, because that's just how badly I handled my friend's death. Okay, is just, because normally I never had the thoughts of wanting to be euthanized, but after my friend's death, dude, yeah, I did have the thoughts of wanting just to, pay, go to some country or maybe go to a place where euthanasia is legal so that I can be gone and just put out of my goddamn misery because of what happened, almost 5 years ago. And I feel like, that if my friend was alive today, then obviously, I wouldn't be making this video, talking about, why I think that the parental pressure, of just pressuring, their kids to go to college is dumb. It's outdated, and it's possibly one of the reasons why my friend took his own life. It just made me realize, how am I supposed to live with this for the rest of my life? Not only, did it make me feel like I was uncertain about my future in life, just getting that phone call from his aunt to visiting him in the hospital instead, instead of us doing something together on New Year's 2017-18, I was forced to see my friend in the hospital in a vegetative state. I really just don't understand what I've done to deserve this crap. I didn't do anything to deserve this. I was nothing but a good friend to him, and for him to do something like that is just unfreaking believable. It's just excruciatingly painful for me at times, because not only do I have to, live with this for the rest of my life, obviously, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here, because I just want to enjoy my life. Now, even if life doesn't go the way how you want it to, you still want to find out a way how to enjoy your life, but at the same time, I just feel like, that just the idea of, pressuring, high school folks into going to college, you know, instead of maybe, for example, teaching them how to invest their money in high school, not high school, sorry, in cryptocurrency or in stocks, you know. I feel like that instead of doing that, you know, just the whole pressure of going to college is just really outdated, because it's like we live in 2022, okay? And there's people that, you know, didn't even finish college, and look how successful they ended up in their life, okay? And, you know, I just, you know, because when I was in high school, you know, I also used to believe that, you know, you needed, you know, upper education in order to get, you know, in order to, earn a stable income, you know, because that's the thing, is like, you know, literally, I used to think that you need to go to college just so you can earn a living wage, because it's like you have to literally spend thousands of dollars just to be able to have, a piece of paper that's going to qualify you to be able to have a job where you know you can just basically provide for yourself and support yourself financially, you know. But it's just I feel like that college nowadays is just a way to entrap people in debt, and then, you know, just make them, you know, feel pressure to pay off that debt, because you know how it's like when you graduate college, you know, yes, graduation's all fun and all, but the second, you know, you're no longer in college, you know, they expect you to pay all that money back, you know, and they will continue, you know, to bug you about it until you pay that whole money back. And that's why I think, you know, the whole idea of just going to college is just a way to entrap people in debt, you know. And another thing about college is that, you know, there's nothing wrong about taking a break from college for your mental health, okay? Even if people don't like it, you know, you are in charge of your own destiny. And, you know, I kind of wish that I would have just put my college plan, because, you know, I graduated college myself, but, you know, I kind of wish I would have put my college plans on hold so that I can spend more time with my friend, you know, because the number one thing that I regret is not spending more time with him, mainly because college got in the way, you know. And I just wish that maybe I could have just put my college semester on pause and, you know, just spend more time with my friend, if that's how I knew, you know, if that's what I knew what he was going to do on that day, you know, that I got that very devastating phone call from his very sweet aunt, you know, who's a very sweet lady. And just the pain in her voice just was just, it's the worst phone call I've ever gotten, you know. And I just wish I could have spent more time with my friend, because when I was not busy, you know, I would just spend a bunch of time with my friend, you know, and I miss those days, you know. I just wish I could have spent more time with him before he did all that, you know. And I spent as much time with him as I could, but I mean, really, dude, just the aftermath of it, you know, just, it's been not a full 5 years, and it still hurts me, and it still mentally affects me to this day, that, you know, just living with this itself is a big mental challenge, you know. That's why I talked about the whole thing of euthanasia, you know, depending on what opinion you have of it, you know, maybe that's a whole nother topic for another video. But it's just, dude, it's just caused me so much pain that people will just never understand, you know, because I quite frankly can't put this into words. The best way how I can say is that, you know, I battled personal demons, you know, because I feel like my friend's death has sucked me into just this constant negativity, thinking that, you know, I've been looking for ways to try and not have that, you know, negative feeling and just come off, and, you know, instead just wanting to come off as a positive person. But, you know, it's just the trauma I dealt with in life that was just forced on me was just unbearable and just really just traumatic. So I really don't know what else I'm supposed to say here, but yeah, this really hurt my feelings big time, you know. Like, it just really crushed my feelings, my soul. That is just been hard, dude. It's been really hard. So that's all I want to say in this video here. You know, so that's it, man. That's the video here. Like I said before, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here, but I just had to come on here and, you know, just kind of express myself as a human being. So, you know, love y'all, you know, like, comment, subscribe, keep up the support, and see you in another video. So peace, y'all.